Hi, my name is Alexis. I guess I'll start at the beginning. As long as I can remember, there has been some kind of addiction in my family. My biological mom was addicted to heroin. I grew up in the Hilltop neighborhood in Tacoma in a house full of drug addicts coming and going at all hours. My mom's friends would walk into my room thinking it was the door to the bathroom or to outside, and I wasn't allowed to lock my door. My mom would spend all day in bed and just color. She didn't take care of herself, so she couldn't take care of my siblings and I. I was always worried about when and if we'd eat. There wasn't any food in the house, and when there was, it wouldn't last long. Often, one of my mom's friends would get Mimo's. It's this Mexican restaurant on Hilltop. We would all have to share one box, first come, first serve. I didn't really have a childhood. I remember being scared and depressed. I couldn't sleep. I looked out for my little sister Savannah, and so I didn't go to school very often. It wasn't safe to leave her alone there. When I did show up for class, my friends would applaud because it was so rare for me to come to class. CPS was called a couple times, but somehow my mom would get a heads up and put on a good act. She'd kick all the people out, clean the house, and make us look presentable. I would get so happy when they came, hoping I would be rescued from my reality, but each time the social worker would be fooled and I'd be crushed. When I used to fight with my mom, I would run away to a friend's house. That's how I knew how we lived wasn't normal. Even if they were poor, they had each other and were close. That wasn't what my family was like. I never really saw her as a mom, but more like a teenager. My mom didn't read to me or play with me. I always knew that something wasn't right and that wasn't what family was supposed to be like. I can see what my life would have been if I hadn't gone into foster care. I could have been pregnant as a teenager, addicted to drugs, or shot by gang violence. I've always been blunt, direct, and outspoken. No one modeled that for me as a kid. For as long as I can remember, I've had a vision and a voice that comes deep within me. I want to break my family's pattern. When I was 13, I confronted my mom, telling her I didn't like her friends. She said that if I didn't like them, then I could leave. So I called my grandma in Idaho. My grandparents drove out to get me, and I spent a few months in the safety of their home. For the first time in my life, I had my own bathroom, bedroom, and even got paid for doing chores. My grandma wanted to spend time with me. She'd take me shopping or we'd make jewelry together. I got to spend time with the whole family, aunts, uncles, cousins. It was a great summer. But I had to come back because my mom wouldn't sign over her parental rights so I could enroll in school there. I got back to Washington but couldn't start high school on time because my mom wouldn't tell me where she was. I had no proof of address to enroll. Eventually, my aunt and my uncle helped me get enrolled. I would spend a lot of time at my best friend Ashley's house. I spent so much time there that eventually I just moved in. One night, my little sister, who had been staying with a family friend, went to my mom's house. The house was raided. Savannah was removed by CPS. When I found out, I called Ashley's mom, Jennifer. She picked me up from school because I was so upset. Jennifer was on the phone trying to figure out how to get Savannah to be with us. Thanks to her, my sister and I have been living with her ever since. Eventually, my mom relinquished her rights, saying that I seemed happier there. I am happier because my whole life, all I wanted was a mom, someone to keep me safe, to look out for me, and to show me how to grow into a woman. I was lucky enough to not bounce around to all different placements. I'm so thankful that I get to live with them and my sister. Jennifer officially adopted us September 13th, 2019. Even though I didn't go to school much as a kid, I knew that high school actually counted, so I knew I had to do the work to graduate. When I met Danielle, my Treehouse education specialist, I thought she'd be just like another social worker, but Danielle is like a big sister and a role model to me. Danielle believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. One second. Okay. We make plans and figure it out together. Treehouse has been a financial support, which has been a big help. They paid for my laptop, my senior package, choir expenses, and have given me gift cards so I could buy new clothes. I was considering becoming a lawyer, so Danielle helped me set up a job shadow experience for me. We watched some court cases, but family law didn't interest me like I thought it would. I briefly considered maybe if I got to try murder cases, it would be cool, but I'd rather be doing something I like and feel passionate about than making a ton of money doing something I don't care about. Plus, the amount of school you have to do is way too much for me. I'm excited to go to college, have a fresh start, and make my own schedule. I've been accepted in Central, St. Martin's, Eastern, and Seattle Pacific. I've made my choice, and I'll be attending Eastern in the fall. I want to do something that helps kids who are experiencing the foster care system. Working with Danielle has inspired me, and I hope someday I can work at Treehouse as an education specialist as well. I want to help kids that think they can't do anything or can't make it feel confident and believe they can do anything like Danielle has done for me. When I graduated this spring, and I was the first in my biological family to do so. I'm proud of myself for accomplishing this. Every kid deserves to be proud of themselves, to graduate high school, and have hope for the future. Thank you.